Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with more amazing Shinsengumi. We're on the endings for Heisuke Todo. We have three. The first one we're going to start off with is, as you can see, ignition. However, what we've learned from Shinpachi's chapter is that the first half of the chapter will be the exact same up to a point, and then it will start to change. So I'm going to do the first one with ignition. We're going to go straight through it. There's like slight differences between them, but in the beginning half, but they're not that big of a difference. So I'm going to ignore those when I do the other two. So I'm going to edit those so you get to the part where it fully changes. Just so you guys know. Because I don't think you want to watch the same scene over and over and over and be like, oh my god, how many times you can read that? So just letting you guys know, if you don't recall Shinpachi's chapter where I was like, yeah, we're totally gonna read this. I'm like, oh my god, why? So anyway, let's get going. This is ignition, which would be the lowest ending. You have to get below 50% to get this ending. So anyway, it's all your fault. That's a great chapter name. A huge beam fell between me and Heisuke. It was wrapped in flames, and it would be hard to get over. Anri, are you okay? Are you hurt? I'm fine, but there's no way I could get over this beam. I have to find another way out. However, a sea of waves is surrounding me. The flames might engulf me while I search for a new route. I was afraid I might die. But even if I die, Heisuke, go on ahead. The girl on your back's going to die. You have to save her. This girl's fine. Plus, I came here to save you, Anri. No matter the circumstances, Heisuke would always prioritize me over the little girl. I was happy. I was really happy, but I came to save that girl. What should I do? I started to hate myself, but I have to get out of here as soon as possible. I started looking for places where the flames are weak. Anri, stay there. Heisuke sounded serious and started talking to the little girl. Can you wait here for me? I'm scared. I'm scared and it's hot. Heisuke, what are you doing? As I shouted, I heard the little girl start to cry. Don't leave me alone. It can't be. Heisuke? I was sure Heisuke left the girl by herself in order to come and save me. I told you I came here to save you. Of course I'm going to save you right now. I'm fine, so... As I shouted, Heisuke jumped out of the flames in front of me at the same time. Okay, hi. His pale blue jacket was burned. The flames were rising behind him. It was like he had wings of fire. Heisuke took off his jacket and threw it away. He was half naked and laughed. I came to save you, Anri. Heisuke. I could hear the girl crying in the distance. I felt so guilty. I wanted to cry as well. I'm scared too. My face warped as I started to cry. Heisuke softly hugged me. You're always too hard, Anri. Rely on me once in a while. Heisuke, thank you. Yeah, hold on tight. He then picked me up. I obediently clung to Heisuke's chest. This time, Heisuke took a detour and found places where the flames were small. He jogged back to where he left the little girl. Sorry about this, but I have to let you down, Anri. I came here to save you, so please, carry her on your back. Heisuke didn't sound satisfied as he put me down. I saw the girl climb onto his back. Come on, I'm sorry. I'll give you a piggyback ride again. As she cried, the girl obediently climbed onto Heisuke's back. Now then, make sure you follow me this time, Anri. I will. Sorry. Somehow we were able to escape the house by traversing the places where the fire was small. At least we made it out. After we escaped, we threw water bucket after water bucket onto ourselves. It was in bliss being able to breathe freely again. I took in deep breaths. Even now, my feet were trembling and I couldn't walk straight. We're here. Where's your mommy? Heisuke let the little girl down and looked around. The girl started to cough from the smoke in her lungs, but she was fine. She was now soaking wet from head to toe. Soaking wet firefighters also came rushing toward us. Mommy! Mommy! Oh, you're safe. I'm so happy. The woman that grabbed onto me before came over and hugged the little girl tightly. The girl raised her voice and cried again. I was relieved after hearing her voice. The woman and the girl looked at me while they cuddled. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't know how I could ever thank you. Well, Anri, Heisuke looked at me. Uh, I didn't do anything. I only saved her because Anri told me to do it. That's why you should take all the credit, Anri. I really didn't do anything. As I spoke, my vision became blurry. My legs lost their strength. It was probably because I was so relieved. I started to cry as my body became weak. But I'm glad everyone's okay. Anri? The last thing I heard was Heisuke's voice before I lost consciousness. Oh no. I didn't go as planned at all. When I woke up, I realized I was laying down inside the base. My body was covered in burns. They stung. The pain was proof I was still alive, though. I wondered where Heisuke was. Something was squirming under my blanket. Oh, this sounds vaguely familiar. I wonder what's going on underneath my blanket. I stayed silent and lifted the blanket up. Oh, he's asleep at least. Heisuke balled himself up and was sleeping in my bed. Heisuke. I shook him lightly and Heisuke woke up with a snap. I slept well. He stretched out like a cat and started to stand up. Oh, Anri, you noticed, huh? I started getting sleepy when I was taking care of you. That doesn't mean you have to sleep in my bed. What? It's fine, isn't it? It smells like you and feels so nice. Like always, Heisuke had his own sense of logic. He poked my forehead. Everyone was worried. Make sure you apologize to them. I will. Vice Captain Hichika's face never changes, but that was the first time I saw him so pale. That's how important you are to all of us, Anri. You need to be more self-aware. I'm sorry. Still, I don't regret what I did. We think the same way at such weird times. I swear. Heisuke exaggerated and sighed. Well, I learned a lot too. You did? He nodded and fixed his posture. I don't know when I'm going to die, so I take action so I won't have any regrets later on. This is the first time I thought if I wanted to survive so I could see her smile again. Heisuke. It's taboo for the Shinsengumi to be obsessed with staying alive. Still, my actions up until now weren't mistaken. You're important to me, but other people are important too, right? Heisuke peered into my face. I think it's a little different, but as long as Heisuke starts to think about other people, it's a step in the right direction. I nodded in agreement. Heisuke smiled happily. This might be the first time I felt this way in my entire life. It's all your fault, Anri. It's my fault? I never thought you'd be so reckless. When you say like that, I didn't know what to say. I hesitated. I'll try not to be reckless, so you can't do anything like that again. Got it? Got it. I hung my head in shame, but Heisuke suddenly embraced me. No, I was really worried about you. Hang on. Oh, we have an eye. Sorry. You know how in most Otome games they usually never see their eyes. But again, I think about it. I think in Dogenzo Labs we mostly see them. I think I haven't seen my character's eyes yet in Dangerous Relationship, but pretty much everyone else has it, and I just realized his outfit has an origami crane on it. Oh, but anyway, sorry, it's cute. Ow, that hurts. My burns hurt. My skin started to sting as he hugged me tightly. I couldn't help but shout as Heisuke took my arm. It's true, you really are burned. I could feel something lukewarm on my skin. I saw Heisuke licking my wounds. Heisuke, we can't do this in the middle of the day. Someone might come. But it hurts, right? And he'll feel better if I lick it. His reason for licking me was slightly different than before. Yes, it's enough pleasure. He's trying to make you feel better. From your wounds. Something like that. I was happy and troubled at the same time. Heisuke, it would be embarrassing if someone saw us. You're cute even when you're blushing. I'll lick you some more and you'll feel better in no time. Which version of licking are you planning? His tongue gradually went upward from my arm. He licked my collarbone, my throat. and my neck. I don't think I have burns there. Heisuke, stop. No can do. All you do is tell me to stop, Anri. I could feel something on my lips. He gave me 3 pecks. Heisuke's tongue then traced the outside of my lips. My lips accepted his tongue. Heisuke's tongue... I don't know what kind of sound that was, I'm sorry. Heisuke's tongue diligently licked the back of my cheek. Sometime our tongues would intertwine. It put me in the mood. Your voice is so cute. I drank his sticky saliva just like I had during the fire. It was sweet and made me dizzy. I grabbed into Heisuke's chest. I didn't know how much I drank. Heisuke slowly took his lips away. He hugged my head and put his mouth next to my ear. I love you. I love you, Anri. Heisuke, me too. I was embarrassed as I said those words and Heisuke kissed my forehead. It's been a long time since I heard you say that. Maybe even the first time? That's not... I mean, you always tell me to stop right away. Then you lecture me with that look on your face. Well, I wasn't sure if anyone would come, and you were on the job. It's fine outside of those situations, right? I finally understand that you're important to me and that other people are important too. Does he really understand? I'm a little worried. Then again, Heisuke looked like he was brimming with confidence. No one should come close to this room because they know you're sleeping. He whispered to me. Oh, that was definitely not a whisper. And his lips touched my skin. From my forehead to my cheek. He then tickled my earlobe, throat, collarbone, and went downward. My throat leaked out in response to his gentle and sweet touch. It felt like I had goosebumps. It was exciting. Heisuke's tongue noisily licked my collarbone while his hands caressed my breasts. Stop. Your chest is so soft. Can I touch them directly? Before I could answer, Heisuke opened up my kimono. My white skin was exposed in broad daylight. I blushed. Heisuke, I'm embarrassed. It's okay. I'm the only one who's looking. My breasts shook as Heisuke carefully wrapped them in the palm of his hands. He slowly kneaded them with his fingertips. It looks like it feels good. His big hands wrapped around my breasts and kneaded them. His palms rubbed against the tips of my breast. My disagreement made it even more sensational. Heisuke, no. You can't say that while your voice is filled with pleasure. I won't stop today. The tips became sensitive as he continued rubbing them. They became hard and sharp. It felt even better as he rubbed them. My body withered. See, you're so hard right here. No, don't say it. What should I do? Heisuke circled around the tip with his finger. He put his mouth on one of them. I heard a smacking sound as he sucked onto my breast. I bent backwards. It's so sweet. Give in to the lust, Anri. The sound of swords clashing echoed from the garden. I could hear a dog barking far off into the distance. I felt so guilty doing this in the daytime. However, my body was infatuated. I guess I can't stand again, Heisuke. I was so embarrassed, and I didn't think he would listen to me anymore. I meant to tell him I wish he'd stop doing things whenever he wants to. He pinched a tip with his finger and gently gnawed on the other with his teeth. Ah! My body reacted to touch. You're so cute, Anri. Show me more expressions only I can see. I could feel his breath as he whispered his sweet words into my ear. The things I wanted to tell him, and my consciousness started to shatter. It feels so good. I wouldn't mind doing it while he's working. Heisuke's thighs slipped into mine as they were closed. He slowly opened them, spreading my legs out. My crotch rubbed against his knee over and over again. No. I love you. I love you, Anri. Me too. I love you, Heisuke. We desperately called out to each other. We fell into the depths of pleasure. I didn't care, but it was different from what I originally wanted. We kept falling until our feelings became one. That's it? You leave me with that? Well, I guess we definitely... We're an item. I was like thinking about it, Shinpachi was like earlier in his chapter, I think. And then hers, not so much. Hers the very last chapter. Alright, so we're gonna move on to Embers, which is I said this in Shinpachi chapter after I figured it out. 50% and above. 50 to 80%. Or actually be more accurate, 50 to 79%, because after it's 80, it might only be ignition. Alright, anyway, I'll see you guys in a little bit until I get to the part where there is no repeats. Alright, see you in a bit. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so I was trying to skim through this one like a little bit, trying to find the parts where it differed. It was a bit weird because it differs a little bit in the beginning and goes back to normal, and then it differs again. So I have no idea. I'm so confused. I'm not used to having 3 different endings that literally start off the same. So and I don't know. I may just go and read them all over again and be like, there we go. Anyway, because some of them also have like the same CGI too, so it seems silly to separate them all, and they're like about 9 minutes long. So it's just silly. Anyway, I'll just read it from this point on. Yeah, I'm just gonna read from this point on because I know it switches a little bit. Okay. The girl on your back's going to die. You have to save her. The girl here is fine. Besides, I came here to save you, Anri. No matter the circumstances, Heisuke would always prioritize me over the little girl. I was happy. I was really happy, but I came here to save that girl. What should I do? I started to hate myself, but I have to get out of here as soon as possible. I started looking for places where the flames are weak. I saw Heisuke's shadow move beyond the flames. I'll search for a place where there isn't much fire. Heisuke, what about the kid on your back? I'll save you while I'm holding on to her. I can't leave her alone in this fire, now can I? That's true, but... Anri, over here. I hesitated, giving him an answer, and Heisuke ignored me and yelled. I chose the path where the fire was weak and followed Heisuke's voice. I stepped over a beam, and Heisuke put his arm out for me. Hurry! The fire's spreading fast. I took Heisuke's hand. It was hot. Heisuke was fighting for his life as well. I heard the girl sobbing. The old Hajime would have just left the girl in the sea of flames to come save me. I'd be glad, really glad, but it seemed wrong. That's also why I couldn't decide. I was like, crap, that's actually kind of like an important part. Because Shinpachi's had stuff like this in his, but it was more of just the way he was speaking to you. But I felt like it wasn't something major, at least developmental-wise. I don't know. I know. That's why I kept telling him he was wrong. However, I didn't know if Heisuke actually took it to heart. His hand pulled me forward. I could rely on his strength. I was falling forward and somehow got over the beam. Heisuke wiped the embers off my head and stared at my face. Are you okay, Anri? I guess you don't look okay. Not like, look. No, I'm fine. Thank you so much. I'm the one who jumped in here. You don't have to baby me. Let's get out. I think you should rely on me a little more. Then again, the little girl is here, so I'm glad to hear you say that. Heisuke repositioned the girl on his back. I brushed off the embers from her head. Let's try our best and get out of here. The little girl's eyes were filled with tears. She looked at me and nodded. Now then, make sure you follow me this time, Anri. I will. Sorry. Somehow we were able to escape the house by traversing the places where the fire was small. After we escaped, we threw water buckets after water bucket up to ourselves. I was in bliss, being able to breathe freely again. I took in deep breaths. Even now my feet were trembling. I couldn't walk straight. We're here. Where's your mommy? Alright, and from what I saw, this will be like a little repeat from the first chapter. So I'm going to skip ahead again, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so, same parts that happened. It was the girl met with mommy. I passed out because of relief. And we're back to where we were. Yeah. So, it deviates again here. And I think it should deviate for the rest. But yeah, so this is what keeps happening. was like, if I did the same thing over, it would just be repeating and my voice will start to like cut out and it's not pretty. My voice cracking is not a beautiful sight, so it would just make my life easier. Anyway, let's continue on. When I woke up, I realized I was laying down inside the base. My body was covered in burns. They stung. The pain was proof I was still alive, though. I wonder where Heisuke was. Something was squirming under my blanket. I stayed silent and lifted the blanket up. Heisuke had balled himself up and was sleeping in my bed. Heisuke? Heisuke? I shook him lightly and Heisuke woke up with a snap. I slept well. He stretched out like a cat and started to stand up. Oh, Anri. You noticed, huh? I started getting sleepy when I was taking care of you. It doesn't mean you had to sleep in my bed. What? It's fine, isn't it? It smells like you and it feels so nice. Like always, Heisuke had his own sense of logic. He poked my forehead. Everyone was worried. Make sure you apologize to them. I will. Vice Captain Hijikata's face never changes, but this was the first time I saw him so pale. That's how important you are to all of us, Anri. You need to be more self-aware. I'm sorry, but I don't regret what I did. We think the same way at such weird times, I swear. Heisuke exaggerated and sighed. Well, I learned a lot too. You did? He nodded and fixed his posture. I don't know when I'm going to die, so I take action so I won't have any regrets later on. And that's the first time I thought that I wanted to survive so I could see her smile again. Heisuke. It's taboo for the Shinsengumi to be obsessed with staying alive. Still, my actions up until now weren't mistaken. You're important to me, but other people are important too, right? Heisuke peered into my face. I think it's a little different, but as long as Heisuke starts thinking about other people, it's a step in the right direction. I nodded in agreement. Heisuke smiled happily. I promised to cherish you and everyone else, so... Heisuke took both of my arms. He pulled them toward me. Hugging scene! That's why I want you to stay with me. He whispered that into my ear and I instinctively became red. You're really cute, Anri. He licked my ear. No, stop it. That's your favorite line, isn't it? Well, what's your answer? Will you stay with me? I will, as long as you're fine with me. It's just, I feel like you still don't get it, Heisuke. Me? What did I get? I told you that I consider other people's feelings as well. Is that not enough? You aren't considering their feelings. What are the soldiers in the 8th Corps doing right now? I told them to take a break half a day ago, so they're probably still on break. That's wild, wasn't it? That kind of stuff isn't allowed. I knew it. He still didn't get it. I let out a sigh. Let me run this by you. If you told me to take a break for half a day, would you leave me alone? No way. I could never neglect you for half a day. Yet you did that to the 8th Corps. I mean, they can take care of themselves. Aren't they just as important as I am? I tilted my head and smiled. Heisuke looked embarrassed. I'll do my job properly. Great. Good boy. Oh, but Heisuke suddenly hugged me. My head was lying on his warm chest. My heart began to throb. When everything's over, I can come back to your place, right? It might be nighttime by the time I'm done with everything. After that, I won't take a step out of this room. What? You're not supposed to be shocked? You're supposed to say, I'm so happy, Heisuke. No, but, thinking about you and other people, okay? I know, but, oh? Are you embarrassed? You really are cute. He put a lot of force in his hands and pushed me down. Oh, goodness. I heard someone shouting on the other side of the door. I was like, why do I always run into you? It's like, it was just, I find it kind of awkward. It's like, okay, we just did his chapter and now he's always here. Go away. Heisuke, the 8th Corps soldiers don't know what to do. You're patrolling tonight, right? Yep. Crap. Take it easy, Shinpachi, but 2 lovebirds had shut themselves in their room. Overlook this. Why don't we listen closely and see what they're doing? Sorry, but I'm not into that. Heisuke, come out now. Those 2 are so troublesome. Heisuke sounded like he was having fun. Wait until tonight. You're important to me. I'll come see you. He gently put his lips on my forehead. Heisuke slowly walked away and opened the door. Hey, Miss Endo. You're awake now. I need to lecture you later, too. If you make that much of a ruckus in front of the door, of course she's going to wake up. I don't have time to listen to your opinions. Hand in the register of names for the people going on patrol today. Miss Endo, when you're feeling better, go and greet Kondo and Vice Captain Hijikata. The 2 of them turned pale. It was like their little sister got hurt or something. And Soji chuckled. I can't believe Vice Captain Hijikata would show that emotion. He's a demon. Enough. Come here. Shinpachi pulled on Heisuke's ear and they made a fuss as they left. I put my hand over the part of my forehead that Heisuke touched. My face turned red. Anyway, I had to tell Toshizo and Azami that I'm completely fine. I staggered as I got up and started to put away the futon. I went to see Toshizo and Isami, and they really worried about me. They kept saying thank goodness and kept giving me expensive ointment for my burns. Isami smiled in relief, and Toshizo was expressionless. Actually, I wouldn't have minded having both of these guys as dating options. Hijikata most sort of. Still, the kindness I felt from them was about the same. What are you doing getting so influenced by Heisuke? I'm really sorry for making you worry. Well, thanks to your actions, he's changed a little too. I'll overlook it this time. Toshizo smiled a little bit. Shinsengumi aren't afraid of dying, but there's a difference between that and recklessness. Make sure you and Heisuke remember that well. Yes, sir. He was telling me it was all right for me to continue staying here. I talked to them a little more and grieved the rest of the soldiers. I made dinner and prepared the bath. When I finished, it was nighttime. The people from the 8th Corps had come back from a patrol. While they ate, for some reason, I'm really restless. Heisuke told me he was coming at night. I changed into my pajamas and I turned out the lights. I went under the covers. I'll wait here like this. If someone sees the lights on this late, they'll know something is up. There's no sound from the other side of the door. It's after work hours, so maybe he got tired and went to bed. I imagine Heisuke sleeping in this room. I let out a chuckle. What are you laughing at? The door silently opened and closed. You're so mean. I told you I was coming at night. You didn't even leave the lights on. Heisuke? When I sat up, Heisuke got on top of me and pushed me to the ground. I won't let you sleep tonight, Anri. I felt his lips on my forehead and I felt it all over my face. Okay. I overcame my embarrassment and replied. Heisuke laughed. We understood each other and became one. I was kind of anticlimactic. Compared to the first one, we had more details. This one, we became one. Okay, bye. It's like, what? Okay. Well, that was different. I get, yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see. Now we have Crimson, which is I'll make you all mine. I feel like I have a repeating trend in this endings, and hopefully we get at least a new CGI in this one. I hope. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit as I go through it and try and figure out where I have to start reading. All right, be back soon. All right, so as we knew, there's like a slight difference in this one scene, so I'm gonna read that part, and then we'll jump to the part back in the bedroom. So, all right. Anyway, that's cute. Heisuke, go on ahead. The girl on your back's gonna die. You have to save her. The girl here is fine. Besides, I came here to save you, Anri. No matter the circumstances, Heisuke would always prioritize me over the girl. I was happy. I was really happy, but I came to save that girl. What should I do? I started to hate myself, but I have to get out of here as soon as possible. Anri. Heisuke sounded like he was in pain. You can get over here by yourself, right? I feel stinging pain in my chest. Somehow I thought Heisuke would come and save me of his own will. I hung my head, and Heisuke calmly spoke to me. If I try and save you with this girl on my back, all three of us will be in danger. You know that, right? I know. I nodded. Just wait there. Be careful on the fire around you and come toward me. Spit came into my dry mouth and I swallowed it. The sweat, not the heat, oozed from my forehead. It was a cold sweat. I'm not scared. This is what I wanted Heisuke to do. He always put me first and didn't care about anything else. Seeing him like that was painful. I told him again and again that he couldn't do that, but if I relied on him now, all my work would be wasted. I slapped my cheeks with both my hands and took a deep breath. I quickly looked left and right of the beam. Heisuke didn't say a word. The flames grew fiercer and spread. I panicked and stumbled over again and again. I was lucky my sandal strap didn't break. I finally found a safe place to pass. I found it. Even I can get over from here. I ripped my damaged kimono even more and used my hands and somehow got over the beam. I fell over, but I wasn't hurt. I didn't feel any pain. I bowed my head to Heisuke, who was looking over at me. You made some good judgments, Anri. That was the safest route to get over the beam. Thanks. I'm sure it was scary. Are you alright? There's no way you'd be fine, right? Heisuke scratched his head, and I desperately forced a smile on my face. Oh, I'm fine. Thank you very much. Someone jumped in here. You don't have to bathe me. Let's just get out. Yeah, like, pretty much the difference in that part. See, he grew up a little bit more. Alright, I'll be back as soon as I find resting back in the bedroom after I pass out. Alright, be back soon. Alright, and I think this is where it should start differing again. Well, I learned a lot too. When I clicked the button. You did? He nodded and fixed his posture. I don't know when I'm gonna die, so I take action so I won't have any regrets later on. This is the first time I thought that I wanted to survive, so I could see her smile again. Heisuke. It's taboo for the Shinsengumi to be obsessed with staying alive. Still, my actions up until now weren't mistaken. You're important, and the other people are important as well. Certain important things also have a priority over others. That's what you meant, right? Heisuke really understands. I was so happy. Tears dripped down from my eyes as I stared at Heisuke. Oh no, Anri, what's wrong? Are you okay? Where's it hurt? I shook my head from side to side. That's not it. I'm just so happy you finally understand. Good grief. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. Heisuke extended his finger toward me and wiped my tears away. He came closer to me. Oh. I was like, yeah, another hug. This is not a hug. I'll cherish you and everyone else. Oh. It's a kiss, and it's a very up-close kiss. So please, stay by my side. I will. Happiness filled my chest. Please, stay by my side as well. Yeah, I'll be right here next to you. I'll be with you until you get tired of me. He softly and gently put his lips on my forehead. Next, our foreheads bumped into each other. I finally got it. I can't just look at the things I want to protect. Of course, I can't be self-centered either. That's why I want you to live at the same speed as you. He looked into my eyes, but I lowered mine. Our lips naturally touched each other. They were heavy for a moment, and then they were apart. His lips came down upon me as if he were pecking me. However, this time his kisses didn't continue endlessly. You're so sweet and delicious. I want to stay like this forever. Today, it is the 8th Corp's turn to go on patrol tonight. I blinked in surprise. Do you get what I'm trying to tell you? The 8th Corps has patrol tonight. Yeah. I think it was the 8th Corps captain. That's why he wasn't mistaken about having to go on patrol. I was surprised. Up until now, Heisuke would do whatever he wanted without caring about the duties he had. He's showing self-restraint and going back to work. It was a big step forward. He really understood what I asked him to do. I couldn't be happier. So, from now on, wait, why are you smiling, Anri? Can't help but feel lonely when we're apart, Anri. No, I feel lonely too. I want you to come back as quickly as possible. Really? But I'll come home really fast. Wait, why are you smiling? It's been a while since I've seen you act like a captain. You're so cool. I'm always cool. Geez, Anri. He said it as he hugged me tightly. I'm coming back later, so can you make dinner for the 8th Corps? Yes, I'll make rice balls for all you guys. This is the only dish I know how to make. Here's your dinner. Rice balls. Once all my work's done, I'll come back here. Huh? I'll do what I'm supposed to, okay? Yeah. My face flushed all at once as I saw that and smiled. You're so innocent, Anri. I'll make you mine, so just wait. No, huh? You're not refusing me, are you? I won't listen if you tell me to stop. No, I'll be waiting. I was bright red and cast my eyes downward. Heisuke hugged me all of a sudden. Damn, you're so cute. I'll do my best for tonight. Heisuke kissed my cheek. He opened the door and left. I could hear him giving orders to the 8th Corps soldiers far in the distance. I touched my cheek softly. The place where he kissed me was hot. My heart was pounding. I took in a deep breath after deep breath. Anyway, I have to tell Toshizo and Yasami that I'm completely fine. I staggered as I got up and started to put away the futon. This was mean to me. They all keep repeating. I went to see Toshizo and Yasami, and they were really worried about me. They kept saying thank goodness and kept giving me expensive ointment for my burns. Yasami smiled in relief. Toshizo was expressionless. But the kindness I felt from them was about the same. What are you doing getting so influenced by Heisuke? I'm really sorry for making you worry. Well, thanks to your actions, he's changed a little too. I'll overlook it this time. Toshizo smiled a little bit. The Shinsengumi aren't afraid of dying, but there's a difference between that and recklessness. Make sure you and Heisuke remember that well. Yes, sir. He was telling me it was alright for me to continue staying here. I talked to them a little more and greeted the rest of the soldiers. I made dinner and prepared the bath, and when I finished, it was nighttime. People from the 8th Corps had come back from their patrol. While they ate, for some reason, I'm feeling restless. Heisuke told me he was coming at night. I changed into my pajamas and turned out the lights before heading under the covers. I'll wait here like this. If someone sees the lights on in this light, they'll know something's up. There's no sound from the other side of the door. It's after work hours, so maybe he got tired and went to bed. I imagine Heisuke sleeping in his room and let out a chuckle. What are you laughing at? The door silently opened and closed. You're so mean. I told you I was coming at night. Why'd you leave the lights on? Heisuke? I timidly called out to him, and my futon became heavy. He was close to my face. I could see it was Heisuke. He pinned me down under the blanket. I couldn't get up. I won't let you sleep tonight. Show me lots of your cute expressions. His lips got closer, and we had a long, deep kiss. But night was long. Our new relationship was just beginning. And there ends that one. Why is it only in the first chapter we're going to detail about what all happened, and then the next two it's just like, yeah, we're not going to tell you what happens after he comes in your bedroom at night. But we'll give you a little bit more on how he's grown. But it's like, why can't I have both? Alright guys, there's the end of all the endings. So I'll see you guys in the extras where we'll do the sequel, the date scenario, and the gallery. Until then, cozy out. Bye guys.